Hello, beautiful Lightworker family. Welcome back to Spiritual Growth Journeys. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kimberly Palm, and I am a spiritual teacher, a counselor, a healer, and I was born with all sorts of interesting psychic abilities. I am not a prophet, and the reason I'm stating that is because I was recently attacked on one of my videos on Rumble as being a false prophet. So today we are going to talk about what is a false prophet and what should you be doing when it comes to prophets. And we are going to discuss Yeshua's latest messages to me. I sat with him for an hour or two the other night. Most of the information was personal, so I won't go into that with you because it was my own information for me. And he also gave me stuff that was for the world, but that I'm not allowed to tell. So sometimes I'm not allowed to tell the information because it will get us in trouble and it'll get us put off the timeline. So the first thing I want to address today is I want to address this thing of false prophets because I was accused of being a prophet, and I am not a prophet, and I have to laugh at this because whoever of you has followed me for a while, first of all, I thank you so much for your support of this channel. You know that I have stated clearly and repeatedly that when I state anything that I believe may happen in the future, or that I'm theorizing may happen in the future, or that even Yeshua tells me may happen in the future, first of all, he always tells me multiple timeline possibilities. He doesn't just give me, oh, this or oh, that. He gives me multiple. Second of all, I have stated that, and I'm going to state this again to you, that the future is not written in stone and it is changing literally every second. We have had so many time resets lately, timeline resets, that it is ridiculous. I mean, I've had situations to prove it. I have experiments going in my house. For example, I have a face cream that seems to have an endless supply. It's like it's a magical face cream that you would think I would have used it all up months ago, and it's still replenishing itself over and over again. Well, that is because the timeline's being reset and reset and reset. And so you're going back to when you had a full thing of cream or you had half a thing of cream, not when it's on the last drop. The same with vitamins, and even my cat's stuff. I've been giving my cat CBD for her arthritis, and I've had a 1 month supply of CBD that has magically lasted several months. And it should have been, and I use it every day on her, and that should have been gone a long time ago, long time ago. And it is recently finally got used up. It finally got used up. And it was just like reset, 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 just like the time that I ripped open glued on lid on this jar of earplugs and took out 2 earplugs, set them on my nightstand, went back the next night to get some clean ones because I'd used those, and the jar was completely resealed like it had never been opened before. And so that was a timeline reset. I've also had possessions of mine just disappear and vanish into nowhere and then reappear in some strange location, or they just disappear permanently, or they disappear from wherever they were and reappear where they were, like multiple times. So we cannot predict the future. And I cannot be a prophet. It's not possible for me to be a prophet because anything I prophesize is going to have multiple possibilities. So if you're coming on, and I'm going to be really direct with all of you, if you are coming on my channel purely because you want to hear me tell you what's going to happen to you in the future, you are on the wrong channel. That's not what this channel is for. I wrote this book, Ascension 101, and this other book, The Fountain of Youth, Because I am an Ascension teacher and guide, and I'm also a healer, and I teach people how to heal their body, mind, and spirit. I teach people how to ascend to 5D. I counsel people with their health, their life, their business, even their career, their relationships, everything, using my intuitive and psychic abilities. I'm able to do soul readings for people to tell them who they are, why they're here, what their purpose is, where they were before they came here, all of that. But I am not a prophet. Now, what is an example of it, what I call a good prophet or a more accurate prophet would be somebody like Kim Clement, who was taken out by the cabal. In fact, the people on this earth who come here who are the real prophets, like, for example, Yeshua or somebody like that, the cabal murders them. I'm going to put my phone on silence. Anyways, they are murdered. Okay, so I wouldn't want to be a prophet, because if I was a prophet and I had real good accuracy about it, I would have been taken out a long time ago. All right, and I'm already 59 years old, and I'm still here, even though they tried to take me out, which we're going to talk about in this video earlier, because there's been an attempt on several light workers to snuff them out recently, including myself. And Yeshua is asking all of you to help us out here. So the thing is, as I digress, as they say, Kim Clement was a very accurate prophet. Because of his accuracy of being a prophet, the cabal murdered him. Accurate? No, because nobody who looks at future events can ever be 100% accurate. The reason for this is no matter who the prophet is, when they're giving you information about the future, you need to keep several things in mind. Number one, we live in a multiverse where the timelines are shifting. Each one of us is a conscious being and contributor to the collective, and each one of us has an impact on the future of the collective. So the choices we make, the things we say, the things we do as a human collective consciousness constantly change our future second by second on this earth. It's constantly changing because of us. We have an effect on that future. Okay, and that is why when that what they were calling a class 6 hurricane was going after the state of Florida, we had all of us praying. We had all the Christians, all the spiritual people, everybody were praying and meditating on that thing. We had really powerful light workers sending energy at that thing to divert it and downgrade it. And sure enough, our prayers, everything we did had an impact on that, and it downgraded it to like a 1 or 2. And it was supposed to just like wipe out Florida. Well, this shows you how we can also change not just events that are happening in weather, but we have the ability as a collective consciousness to affect the future, whatever future prophecies, whatever future things. If we want to create new earth, we can all come together and create new earth. If we want a golden age, if we want any of that, if we want death and destruction, we can create that too, because we manifest it with our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our mouths, what we say, what we do, we are manifesting. Okay, that's why I have a manifestation class on my website. If you want to know how to manifest money, health, relationships, all these things, take my class, because you can do it. You are a conscious creator. You co-create with God, with Mother, Father, Abun. Abun was the Aramaic name that Yeshua called God. He called it Mother, Father, Abun. Okay. Also Adonai. Adonai, another name for I call it Mother, Father, Prime Creator, and Abun. Those are the names I like to refer to it, the thing that created everything, and my soul, the thing that created my soul. But the thing is that I am not a prophet. I'm not here to prophesy. So if you're on my channel to hear future predictions, go to another channel, because you are not on the right channel. Now, have I shared in the past things that I speculated or thought were going to happen? Yes. Have I shared things Yeshua said was going to happen? Absolutely. But I always decree and declare that, first of all, my beliefs and my opinions and information is my information. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to listen. I don't really care. Second of all, it's kind of entertainment purposes only because of the fact that I can't guarantee to you what will happen in the future. And I've said that over and over. I can't make a promise this will happen. Now, there are certain things that Creator told me and Yeshua told me years ago are set in stone. For example, if I'm giving you a soul reading and you ask, am I going to get married? I can look and see if that is part of your soul plan. And I can say, yes, absolutely. You are going to get married no matter what. Okay. Nothing will change that unless you bite it. Okay. Unless you are unalived, you're going to, get married. Now, can I tell you the date of when that will happen? No. Can I tell you the person that it's going to be? No, because that is all wide open. There's a lot of possibilities. All right. But there are specific events like when you're born, when you die, we all know we're going to be born. We all know we're going to die. We all know, like I said, you're going to get married, or maybe you're not, you're going to be single the rest of your life. We all know we're going to have children. I mean, it was told to me by a psychic when I was only 16 years old that I was going to get married and have a boy and a girl. And sure enough, I got married. I had a boy and a girl. I actually wanted to have 4 children and it didn't work out for me because of health issues. So, you get what you get and you don't make a fit. But the thing is that I don't appreciate whoever you are, that lady, her name, I can tell you actually, her name, I think it was, let's see, what was that lady's name? Oh, maybe I can't. Anyways, if you go on to my video, my newest video on Rumble, maybe you can all read her the Riot Act. She made a comment that I was a false prophet, and apparently she doesn't follow me. And then she's like, oh, well, you said in another video as well, blah, blah, blah. This person obviously doesn't know me or doesn't follow me because I have said over and over, I cannot guarantee. And when Yeshua tells me, like, for the example with the election, he gave me like 4 or 5 different possibilities. I mean, I don't always tell you guys everything he tells me because a lot of times he tells me, no, you can't say this and no, you can't say that. This is what I want you to say. But he gave me like several possibilities. He says, oh, okay. He said, okay, well, Mr. T could be elected and then the deep state will go crazy and do all kinds of bad stuff because they're not going out down without a fight. Okay, so that's actually what's happening now. He got elected and the deep state started using directed energy weapons on houses in Los Angeles, burning them down where celebrities live that are on the Diddy list or maybe the Epstein list because they want to cover up the evidence. That's what they're doing. So they're going to start doing all kinds of shenanigans because they're not going to go down without a fight. So that was one of the possibilities. The other possibility was they put in the laughing cow, the laughing camel lady. They put her into office, and then we would have had a civil war because most of Americans did not want her there, and people would have stood up and had a fit about it. So there would have been a civil war. Military was ready to be involved no matter what, because they've always said military is the only way. And so no matter what happens, and to this day, no matter what happens, military is the only way. Military is going to be involved and they're ready to go into action when we need them to. So, so we have that. So, what was I going to say? There were other possibilities too. There was a possibility that the what people call the Great Solar Flash, Yeshua calls it the love wave of purification, that's going to happen in 3 stages. And I've actually overheard listened to other psychics on other channels confirm the same thing that I got, that this thing's going to happen in 3 stages. It's going to be the first group of people that are there's going to be one big thing where most of the people go to 4D, which we're going to talk about later in this video, more stuff about what's coming. And a small group of people, only 70,000, hate to break it to you, are ready to go to 5D and higher. Those are people who are going to be actually specifically the people who are going to be teachers, leaders, and healers with the new earth, the new golden age. and they will be helping the rest of the population to go in the next 2 rounds. So then with the next round, more people will go to 5D, and then more people will go to 5D. And I had asked Yeshua where I was going, and he said, I'm actually going to 6th density. There will actually be people who will be going as high as 6th density. And those are people who, before we came to Earth, I was already 12th density before I came down here. So I'm going to go up as high as I can to and be on this Earth. I guess I can't go higher than 6 on this planet, because this planet is not created to hold, I think, a density higher than that. So I think 6 is as high as you can go without blowing up the human body and being just here in your light body. So there will be some of us that go to 6, some of us that go to 5, and then the majority of the people will be in 4. And then it will go in cycles. There will be another group that goes to 5 and 6, and another group that goes to 5 and 6. And the term where we go when we go all, that is actually a spiritual term, because Yeshua says that is true. Where we go when we go all, in the end. And when I say in the end, I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 years into the future. Everyone who's here will be 5th density and 6th density. Okay. Everybody will be 5D, 6D. So we will not leave anyone behind. If you're watching this and you're not a narcissist, you're not an asshole person, you're actually a nice person, and you're not sitting there judging me, because if you're judging me, you're not going to be here in the future, because I don't judge any of you. I have no judgment for any of you. I only have love for all of you, love and respect, kindness, compassion. That is all I have for you. I'm not going to sit and judge you. I don't care if you're straight, gay, Christian, Jew, Islam, Wiccan, pagan, druid. I don't care who you are, what walk of life you are, LBTGQPDFG, whatever. I don't care. If you're a good person and you have a good heart, then welcome to my channel, and I love and embrace you. If you are a nasty motherfucker, seriously, get off my channel, and I don't want you here. Okay. And if you say rude things to me like that lady, you're going to be deleted and blocked. Because no, I'm not a prophet. And no, I don't ever want to be called a prophet. I'm a teacher. I'm a healer. I'm a spiritual guide. And I don't want to be called a guru either, because guru means G-U-R-U. Every one of you watching me right now, you are all gurus. Everyone's a guru. You need to learn how to go within, because you have all the answers within you. And I'm so sick and tired of psychics and shysters out there that want you to come to them for all the answers, and they're going to charge you an arm and a leg to give you those answers. You don't need to do that. I'm here teaching people skills and tools that they need that you don't know. Okay. Things that you don't know, like how to meditate correctly, how to balance your chakras, how to use a pendulum, how to do your own past lifetime regressions. Those are the kind of things you don't have that knowledge within yourself, so you don't know how to do it. But the other answers, the universal kind of answers, the universal wisdom, you have the universal wisdom within yourself. You need to learn to go within. And I am here to teach people and hold their hand and support them on how to get the answers themselves. That is why I have a third eye clearing protocol that I give to my clients. And no, I'm not going to just send it out to you. I'm not going to send that to people. I used to just send that out to people who would say, I want your clearing protocol. That's actually a $177 protocol that I would do in sessions with clients. I got tired of repeating myself over and over, so I put it in a document, and now I give that as a gift to people who book a session with me. So if you want my third eye clearing and activation, it helps you activate your psychic powers. If you want that protocol, you have to book a private session with me, and then you will get that protocol as a gift. It's worth $177. Okay. Why is it worth that much? Because follow-up sessions with me are $177 for a 90-minute follow-up session. So I'm getting less than 100 an hour, well, way less than 100 after I pay for actually, I'm probably only making minimum wage after I pay for my website and my internet and my cell phone service and all the expenses I have to be able to help you in the first place. So, And I don't make money on my YouTube, just so you understand, I'm not monetized. So I am giving away my free time on Rumble and YouTube. This is time I could be taking a nap, spending time with my family, going and getting, a massage, or going out with some friends, reading a book, learning, doing something I would prefer to do. I am here giving you my time for free because I'm here to help you. This is my part of my service to humanity, and part of my mission is coming on here and giving out the free stuff. The reason I have sessions and I have classes and I have my books are not only, well, the books, actually, I don't make enough money on those to even pay bills. I make so little money on it, it's ridiculous. Those were told to me. I mean, they were given to me by Yeshua. He gave me the information. He told me to write those books, and he gave them to me. Okay. So I'm not I'm not doing that for the purpose of money. But the reason I have sessions and classes, first of all, to help you, because it makes me feel good when I'm able to help you. And second, to pay the bills, pay my mortgage and my car payments, and buy food, and, survive, because I don't have another job. So I've had a lot of you harass me and attack me about, oh, if you're spiritual, it should be free. Well, that's nice. Are you going to come to my house and cook and give my family food and pay for my mortgage and, pay for all my medical bills? My family has huge medical bills because I have children who have very serious health conditions that are chronic their whole life due to the pokey pokies that they forced on them when they were little kids. They're injured from those, and they have autoimmune disorders and autism disorders and all kinds of disorders. Are you going to come pay all their medical bills? Are you going to pay the medical bills for my hubby who needs hip surgery that's thousands of dollars? Or, I'm really tired of people coming on my videos or texting me or messaging me and saying, your sessions should be free or classes should be free. No, they're not. I don't have another way of making a living. So unless you're going to come and pay my bills for me, is your doctor free? Is your chiropractor free? Is your auto mechanic free? Is the electricity guy that comes to your house to fix your wiring, is he free? Everybody has to earn a living. So people who are telling people that it should be free, you guys have real serious issues, and you need to go get some psychological help. Honestly, you really do, because to sit there and think that people are just going to just sit here all day and help you for free and not be able to pay their bills, that's kind of some psycho thinking right there. Okay. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to be straightforward with that and tell people that their thinking is kind of a little perverted if they're sitting there and thinking that everyone should just give themselves away for free and not be able to pay their bills. That's not okay. That's like some really psycho stuff right there. Leave my channel if you feel that way. If you feel it should all be free, it's already free with the videos. It's already free on Rumble. And am I ranting? Absolutely. And I deserve to have the right to rant from time to time, because I work my a-hole off every day of the week to do nothing but help people. It's all I ever do. And then I get people mouthing off and attacking me. And so am I going to voice my opinion? Yes, because this is healthy. And I'm teaching you as a teacher how to heal your emotional health. You need to be able to vent. If I held this in, if I was angry about people harassing me about being a false prophet and people harassing me about not giving away everything for free, if I was angry about that and I just kept it to myself and was all sweet and nicey nice all the time and just pretending, what happens to you? That's what this Real Fountain of Youth book is about. It's about stress. Did you know that 98% of people get illness because of stress, different kinds of stress, physical, emotional, chemical, and environmental, which is in the book, how to deal with that? If I were to hold in all of these feelings I have and I didn't vent to you and tell you, here's how I feel, I would get sick. And I don't want to. I want to be healthy so I can be around a long time to help lots of people. So yes, I am going to vent and I'm going to tell you how I feel, what I think, if I'm angry about something, I'm going to share that because that is called healthy processing of emotions. I am a teacher, and so all of you need to be doing this. If you're mad or upset about something, somebody is saying a bunch of shit, talking smack behind your back or even to your face or whatever, or they're criticizing your videos, whatever, you need to speak up about it because you need to get it out. Because what will happen if you don't, your throat chakra will be blocked, your heart chakra will be blocked, and your solar plexus will be completely blocked. You have to do it, and you will get cancers and illnesses and heart attacks and strokes and all kinds of fun little things. So you need to vent. So not only am I helping myself by doing this, but I'm teaching you how to take care of yourselves. You need to do the same thing, everybody. You all need to do the same thing. You need to speak what is on your mind. You need to speak what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Because if you don't stand in your truth and speak your truth, your throat chakra is going to get completely blocked. And then you're going to wind up with throat cancers and infections and chronic respiratory diseases and all kinds of bullshit, losing your teeth out of your mouth, your jaw, your tongue, on and on and on, your larynx, you name it, it's going to happen because you need to be able to communicate clearly and speak your truth and stand in your truth at all times to keep an open throat chakra and an open heart chakra and an open solar plexus. You need to have boundaries to keep your solar plexus open. And my boundaries are, I'm not going to put up with assholes coming on my channel and being dicks to me. It's not okay because all I do is help people every day of my life out of the goodness of my heart. Do I have to be doing this? Hell no. I could just go back to being a travel agent again. I was a travel agent. I was a very successful travel agent. I was really freaking awesome at what I did. I'm obsessed with travel. I love traveling the world, and I could very easily walk off this channel, say F you to everybody, and just go back to being a travel agent. So to all the people out there who don't like what I'm doing, shut the fuck up and get off my channel. And I don't really want to see you. I don't want to hear you. And I just don't care. I'm not putting up with anybody's crap anymore. I'm seriously up to here with all the trolls. I'm absolutely up to here. So with you people who are wonderful, beautiful human beings who've been supporting me, I'm sorry that you have to listen to this. I apologize to you that you're having to listen to this. And I am really grateful for all of you. And the only reason I keep going with these videos is because of you. If it wasn't for the people who like what I'm teaching and like this information I'm bringing and support me, I would have stopped a long time ago. So you are the reasons I keep going, because I bang my fist at heaven on a daily basis and say, I don't know how much longer I can put up with this crap. And then I go and I get a beautiful message from one of you saying, this is how much you've helped me, or this is what your information's done to help me. And I'm so grateful for you. And that is what keeps me going. So thank you for all the beautiful, positive comments, all the positive stuff. And that's the only reason I'm here again today is because of you. You are the ones that I am here for. I'm not here for these a-holes that are calling me false prophet, which is really insulting, seeing that I'm not even a prophet. I'm not a prophet. Okay. So I can't be a false one if I'm not a prophet. All right. So the other thing is, and I'm going to be really direct, you should not have to be going to people's YouTube channels to find profits or find out what the future is. That is something you should go within yourself to find out what your future is. Because like I said, we are all kind of creating these timelines. What timeline do you want to create? Instead of saying what's going to happen in the future, why don't you say, what do I want to happen in my future, and focus on that? Because if you focus on what do you want to have happen in your future, that is how we are all going to manifest it. Not this, oh, I'll go turn on Tarot by Janine or Tarot by Isabella or Tarot by this one or that one or whatever. Or I'll go turn on old Kim Clement videos or whatever and watch to see what is happening in the future. Okay. You need to go within, go within, go within, get the answers. What is happening in your future? We are all on our own little timelines here. Okay. And You are a multidimensional being. What do you want to happen in your future? Okay. And that is going within through prayer, meditation, having a talk with God. I mean, that's why there was a book written called Conversations with God. Sit and have a conversation every single day with God and say, hey, God, what can I do to serve you? What can I do to serve this planet? What can I do to improve my own life? What is my future going to look like? Ask those questions. You're going to get the answers if you shut the, you know what up, zip it, and sit and go into meditation. And if you don't know how to meditate correctly, I have a beautiful meditation course that I've been teaching for 20 years. It's on my spiritualgrowthjourneys.com website. And you can go and take that class. It's very inexpensive. All my classes are extremely inexpensive. I have classes as cheap as like, I think $15 or something. I mean, a couple cups of coffee. And then I have classes that I should be charging $3,000 for that I only charge $300 for because I want my classes to be available for everyone. And the one that's 300 is not one class, it's multiple, it's a series of multiple classes. It's like 9.5 hours of instruction. If you did that with me privately, it would be many thousands of dollars. So these are there to help you on your journey, because you shouldn't be coming to me and wanting me to tell you what the future is, because I don't really know what the future is. Okay. I know what future I, Kimberly, want to create. I know what I want to create. What do you want to create? What kind of future do you want to create? That is up to you. That's between you and God. But as a collective, when we all kind of come together and we all say, well, what do we want? We want prosperity for everyone, end of homelessness, end of starvation, end of wars, end of child trafficking, end of child abuse, end of the adrenochroming and cannibalism, and end of the Hollywood perversion, end of, end of wokeness, end of pokey pokies, end of poison in the food, end of the spraying the poison in the sky and in the water and everywhere. That is what we want. We want all that to end. What do we want to create? Well, we want to create a golden age where everybody has prosperity, love, peace, compassion, kindness, family, friends, support, unity consciousness. This is all of the things that we want. We want to create all those things. And so that is what you focus on. What do you want to create? And what do you want to get rid of? What is not in your future? Imagine the future minus all of those bad things that we don't want. And if all of us do that, and we all do this mental exercise on a daily basis, which I already do, I try to do it as I'm going to sleep at night. I try to imagine I'm 5 years down the road and the earth is like a way nicer, better place. If you keep doing this stuff every night, you're going to help create the new earth and the positive timeline and the positive future. The timelines are shifting for many reasons. I've said this before. Number one, because of all of us. Number two, because the bad guys have time travel devices and they're able to go in and screw up the timelines. And then they've got the good guys going in and resetting it and resetting it. Every time there's a reset, it's the good guys resetting it because the bad guys have screwed it up and put us on the mass destruction timeline. Right now, we are on a good one, obviously, because of what went down on November 5th. We got the team. It was basically not really red versus blue. It was really all about good versus evil, and the good won. So the bad ones will not go down without a fight. So be prepared to see some icky things happening. But anything that happens will be temporary. And in the end, good wins, God wins, good wins, God wins, good wins, God wins. Just remember that. Just remember that. In the end, it's always the good that wins. The bad can push and push and push. And they carry on for thousands of years. They've already been carrying on for 26,000 years. We're ending this now, but keep in mind that there is no time outside of Earth. There is no time outside of Earth. Earth is the only place where we have 26,000 years to worry about, because when you're in your lay body, you go on forever. So 26,000 years is a sneeze to you when you're in your light body. All right. So now that we talked about all of that, and again, I apologize for ranting, but I feel so much better. I feel very, very light and fluffy now that I ranted, which is good for me because if you all want me to continue being around here on this channel, I need to keep myself healthy. And that is venting is such a healthy, emotionally healthy thing to do. And all of you need to practice your venting. Seriously, if you have a friend, go out and have a beer or a coffee or a lunch with a friend and just vent about everything you're frustrated in, or go to a counselor, go to a shrink and sit and vent. It will make you feel 1,000 pounds lighter and you will stay healthy. All right. So I had a conversation with Yeshua the other day. And the first question I asked is I said, are we now on the golden age good timeline? And he said, yes. But, they keep trying to shift us off, but we are on it right now. And I said, who was involved with helping Mr. T win that election? Because I know for a fact they were going to rig it to for him to lose again, like they did last time. So he said he did. He said he had a lot to do with that. And he said the Alliance. He said the Alliance did that. They made sure that they didn't steal it again. There were still actually a lot of faulty votes that were found that were like counties. I can't remember what state it was, but there were certain counties where they only had 100. Like I'm just going to give an example. They had like 100,000 registered voters, but then there were 110,000 votes. So there were 10,000 extras that didn't belong. And that was illegal aliens and, just fraud, just a lot of fraud. So, so there was fraud, but despite all the fraud, he still got in. And that is because God is awesome. Anyways, all right. Will the truth about the pokey pokies come out and when? That was the next question I asked, and he said very soon. That's going to happen very soon, especially because we have JFK Jr. in there help, or not JFK Jr., sorry, RFK Jr. in there helping everybody. And speaking of JFK Jr., that was my next question. I said, when are we going to get disclosure about JFK Jr. and others that are still alive that aren't really gone? McAfee, people like that who had to fake their deaths because the deep state was going to take them out. He said he will come out very soon. It will be very soon that he will come out, and the truth about all of those people will come out very soon. I would say within the next year. So that is happening. Next question. Oh, another thing he said the deep state will do things to prevent Mr. T from actually taking the office on January 6th, but they will not succeed. So they will not succeed. Whatever they try to do, it will not be successful. So I just wanted you all to know that. The next thing, I am wearing this thing called an Ankh that was given. This was a gift sent to me by Carlos, my friend Carlos Sousa in Portugal, and I have a link to all of his Organite and all his protection stuff in the description below. I asked Yeshua, what does this thing do for me, or what is it doing for me? I mean, should I even be wearing it? And if so, what does it do? And he said, yes, I should wear it every day. And he said, it protects you and it helps good energy to flow through your body. It actually keeps your energy body aligned. It keeps it in alignment. Your chakras align. It keeps the positive flow of what we call chi or prana flowing through your body. And it protects you from negative energies. Now, if you have just a metal ankh, it's just going to protect you from like the entities. But if you get this ankh from Carlos, which is a special one, I don't know if you guys can see that. The sun is shining in this window, so it's really hard to do this. But this one is Organite. And what is Organite? Organite protects you from EMFs, Wi-Fi, cell phone towers, cell phone radiation, all that radiation. So this one actually protects you, and it also circulates the energy and does all this good stuff. So you can get them from him. I believe they are $50. And it is worth every dime of that, because if you got like a gold Ankh that was this size, you would pay like $1,000 or more for it. So $50 is a drop in the bucket compared to $1,000. And this is every bit as powerful as any gold Ankh, and actually even better, because the gold Ankh isn't going to protect you from EMFs and cell phone radiation. And by the way, by promoting this, I don't get any money. He doesn't pay me any affiliate fees or commissions or anything. I'm just doing this because I love his stuff and it's awesome stuff. Okay, let's go down. So another thing is I was attacked a few days ago. I was attacked actually on when was this? Was it election day? It was the other day I was attacked. And so were several friends of mine, and then friends of theirs were also attacked that were light workers. And we were all attacked. And I asked what happened, because I almost actually died. It was really bad. And he said a satanic cult in Hollywood did a dark magic ritual on myself and many other light workers. And then he asked for all of you that are watching me to please say a prayer every day for protection for the light workers. Now, you yourself may be a light worker. What is a light worker? A light worker is somebody who's doing this work, this spiritual work every day, sending out light to the earth, sending out light in your neighborhood to your neighbors, doing healing work with people, or teaching or helping people in some way, and just spreading that light. So you yourself may be a light worker. So if you are, pray for yourself and pray for all the other light workers, because apparently we're being targeted heavily right now, because the dark ones are on their way out and they will not go down without a fight. So they are doing a lot of dark magic stuff against us. And it's the craziest thing when you're having very specific health symptoms happening to you that are you're about to die. And then you call up your friends and you find out that they had literally the same exact thing. And it's like, okay, this is obviously a major attack. And the only reason that mine stopped is because I called upon God and Yeshua to help me. And then it stopped, because if I wouldn't have spoken or said, help me, I wouldn't even be here in front of you right now. I'd be gone. Because it was very bad. I'm not going to go into the details of what happened, because it honestly traumatizes the heck out of me talking about it, because it was so horrific. But just know that I went through a pretty traumatic experience because of this work I'm doing to help this planet. And this is the kind of stuff I get to deal with all the time. It's really kind of awful. So, all right, I'm reading notes. If you're wondering why I keep looking down, it's because I'm reading my notes. He said that to tell all of you, these are all the things he wanted me to tell you. He said, tell all of you to keep filling your hearts with love every day. So you can, if you don't know what I'm talking about, so a lot of you will know exactly what I'm talking about, how to fill your heart with love. But if you don't, here is a simple meditation you can all do right now with me. So make sure you're sitting straight or lying down. You can be lying down. You can even be standing when you do this, but you want to keep your spine and your chakras nice and straight. Put your right hand over your heart and then your left hand over that. And just take 3 long, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, and send the breath down into your heart. And when you're doing it, what you're doing with your mind, you're not just breathing with your mind, you're imagining that the universal love from Creator is coming down in through the top of your head, flowing through you, and you're sending it into your heart space. This love, this unconditional agape love, you can think about the love from your family members, your loved ones, your friends, your spouses, your children, your animal, your pets, your cats, your dogs, your fish, whatever. Think about all of that love, the power of all that love, and see the love from the universe and the universal energy, and pull it down through the top of your head on your in breath. On your in breath, you pull all of that energy down through the top of your head. And now on your out breath, you're going to send it down and swirl it around your heart space. Just swirl all that love around your heart space, and just see your heart filling up with the love for your parents, your children, your sisters and brothers, your love for the Creator, your love for nature, your love for the earth. Think about all the things that you love. And you can even say, I I love, I love, I am love. You can say these phrases, I am love, I am love. Just remember God's name is I am. So anything you say after that, you're creating that. So you can say, I am love, I am love, I am love. And this is a little simple meditation you can do every single day to fill your heart with love. So let's review this one more time. So you're going to see the universal love and all that love coming down in through the top of your head on your in-breath. You're going to do a long, slow in-breath through your nose. And on your out-breath, you're going to send that love down into your heart. You're going to do that like at least 3 times, and then you're going to recite some mantras of I love, I love, I love, I am love, I am love, I am love, I am love. And you can just say, I am that I am. And so it is. And that is what you can do for yourself at least once a day. It's going to help you and it's going to help everybody that you know. The next thing he said is to tell you, he said, tell them Yeshua has finished judging humanity and humanity is now ready to ascend to the 4th density. So the last time I was on here, his message was, and this was from a month ago, he had said, I am sitting on the mercy seat and I am judging humanity. And I asked him how long it would take. And he said it would take at least a week or more of our time on earth. He said to tell everyone he is finished judging and that humanity is now ready to ascend to the 4th density, because he was making a determination if we were ready to go or not, or if we were going to have to go another 1,000 years or who knows how long. He says we're ready. Okay, so we're ready to ascend as a collective consciousness. He said to tell you all that all of the demons will be taken off of Earth soon, most likely by the end of this year. He said that all of the Satanists, the people who worship Satan, Baal, Baphomet, Lucifer, Moloch, all of those demonic creatures will be taken off the planet as well. They're all going. We can't have them here anymore because they're just pure evil. And he said to tell you all, he said, quote unquote, he said, I will be returning back to Earth soon in my light body. Every single person on Earth will see me. Now, he said that before, that was going to happen in the future. He didn't give me a date. I've said it before on this channel multiple times that he said he was going to return here in his light body and he'd appear to everyone as a holograph, but he could not tell me a date, but he said it's coming up very soon. So we're getting closer to that event happening. I said to him, how are we going to know when the big event happens where we all transition to 4D? How are we going to know that it is starting, that it's kicking off? And so this is what he said. He said, we will all know the event is happening because we will all hear a very loud, loud trumpets, like a shofar horn blowing in the sky. And it won't just be, there's been all these people who have posted videos of like shofar horn like sounds in the sky over their cities. Those were actually like harp, and those were actually deep state, like kind of tricks and things. So don't even follow that. That stuff is just all, it's not good. This particular trumpet, you're going to hear the trumpet all over the world, worldwide. You will hear the trumpet literally everywhere. You'll be sitting on the toilet and you will hear the damn trumpet. It will be so loud. Okay. I'm trying to be funny with this, but you will be in the middle of sex and you'll hear the trumpet. No. No, you never know where you're going to be when you hear the trumpet, but when you hear the trumpet, you need to get your ass home. If you're not at home, you need to get home immediately. If you are out and about on vacation, you're on a vacation, you're far away from home, whatever, you need to get to somewhere safe. When you hear the trumpet, go to somewhere safe. That's all I have to say. You'll be okay. You will be totally protected. Just make sure when you hear the trumpet, you know that you have a short amount of time to go take cover somewhere safe, because you don't want to be just out flailing around in the open when all of the bad guys are whisked out of this planet. It's going to be quite traumatic. You don't want to be in the thrusts of what's coming through. It would be like literally during the time of Moses when death came over Egypt and that fog thing came over. We're going to have a fog just like that, and it's not going to be pleasant. Excuse me, little burp there. So make sure that when you hear the loud trumpets, which it will be undeniable what it is, it won't be like these stupid videos. When you hear the trumpets, you need to get your butt to a safe location immediately. That's all I have to say. I'm running out of time here because I have an appointment. But I think that's about it. Those were his main messages this time. I had like 2 hours talking to him, but most of it was personal for me because I'm going through a lot of stuff because I'm a human and I had a lot of questions. So I think that's about it. If you know anybody who is newly awakened, like they've just woken up or they're recently or they've only been awake a short period of time, please have them buy my book, Ascension 101. It's going to help them so much. I didn't write that for me or for the fun of it. The only reason I wrote it is because Yeshua asked me to write it because he said it was going to help everybody to go through this process that we're going through. And that information, about 70% of what's in that book came from him, not from me. The other 30% came from my knowledge and experience, but the 70% of it was from him. Very important. It should be called the spiritual Bible because it's literally the basic instruction before leaving Earth of everything you need to know. I mean, I have a whole chapter in there on how to be happy every day of your life and the rest of your life. I have a chapter on just making sure this has been recording. I have a chapter on what God really is. I have a chapter explaining who you are as a soul and a spirit and all the different parts of you, all the like your light body and your oversoul and your monad, and talk about reincarnation in there. We talk about what the whole ascension is and why it's happening. We talk about the different density consciousnesses. They're not dimensions. And I've told this to you all over and over again in past videos. Dimensions are a physical location. Our planet is located in the third dimension. It's not going to shift out of that dimension. This planet will always be a 3D planet, a third dimensional planet. But the consciousness level of this planet is third density consciousness, which is fear. It's a fear consciousness. We are going to love consciousness, which is fourth density, and then fifth density and higher, which is this really blissed out, amazing state of being. So anybody that you know who needs it, please send them to Amazon. That is on Amazon. It's on Kindle and it's also on print. I would recommend the print version so people can highlight it and write in it and take notes and all that kind of thing. And they can put it in their purse and take it with them in case their electronics fail, and because electronics will not always be here. We never know when we're going to have a big EMP or something that takes out all the electronic devices. So I'm really grateful I have books. It's also why, uh-oh, I did something bad. This is my book that's on you can only get this through my website. It's Walking with Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. It's what really happened 2,000 years ago, not the lies that the cabal has told you for the last 2,000 years. That is only available on my website. And then I took it to a printer and I printed it out for myself. I can't have it printed by a printing company because in order to do that, I have to make it public. I cannot make that book public ever because that book is too controversial and would get me into too much trouble, especially because I totally rip apart the whole Catholic Church and Vatican up and down and sideways. So it would not be good to put that out in the public. So that book you can get on my website, spiritualgrowthjourneys.com, and then I recommend taking it to a local print shop and just printing. I printed it up with a spiral binder for myself. Everything needs to be in hard copy these days because we don't know when we're going to lose the power grid, possibly permanently, but at the very least for a really long period of time. So make sure that you have lots of reading material that's actually in a book form. So that's about all I want to say. Our women's retreat that we're having in Rhode Island in June, we had 20 spots open and now we only have 10. So if you're female and you want to join me in person and hang out with me for about 3.5 days and learn from me and Sarah Nash and Rosemary Levesque in Rhode Island, we're going to be on the beach near a town called Jerusalem and one called Galilee, and you can't make this stuff up because Yeshua picked out the area. He actually picked the place where we were going to have the retreat, and he picked it right near a town called Jerusalem and Galilee. It's like, go figure. So if you want to join me there, please go to, let's see, the link that's in the description. I have a link in the description and you can sign up on that link because we only have 10 spots available now. We had 20 and now we only have 10. The 10 that I have will fill up very fast. Last year's retreat filled full like within a couple months. And it was an amazing retreat. Everyone had an amazing time. It was awesome. So anyways, and I look forward to meeting all of you in person who come to that retreat. In the future, I would love to have conferences, like big conferences, but unfortunately, I don't know how to do those. I don't have the funding to do those. So somebody would have to create, or somebody would have to provide the funding for the conferences or invite me to speak at a conference because I don't have the knowledge or the money to put on my own conferences. It's not something that's in my bandwidth, I guess you can say, or my pocketbook. So, but I would love to have like a teaching, like a 3-day like workshops or something that I teach in person for everybody, whether you're female, male. I would love to do that kind of thing where it's a whole weekend long conference with me and some other teachers, providing all of you with information in person. And I would love to do that all over. I mean, my dream is to go all over the world and teach in person with you instead of via these videos. I want to see you all so I can give you all big hugs and thank you in person for all your support. So anyways, thanks for hanging in there with me. Sorry about the rant earlier, but I feel like I got so much off my chest. I've just really had it up to here with the trolls, and I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace, love, and see ya.